Good evening, and thank you for coming out on this not-so-nice weather evening. It's 7 p.m., and I would like to call the January 8th, 2026 Plan Commission meeting to order. Please rise if you are able for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Bill Thomas,
Here.
Ken Carroll, Gordon Butler,
Here.
Marty Flynn, John Stanton, Cheryl Slabazeski,
Here.
and Jeff Peterson.
Here. Okay, thank you. Also sitting up here tonight is our city planner, Atifa, and our Community and Economic Development Director, Daniel Ritter, as well as our Executive Secretary, Samantha Tilley. First order of business is I would like to have a motion to approve the minutes from the Plan Commission meeting that was held on December 11th, 2025.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Peterson. We have a second.
Second.
Commissioner Butler seconded. Roll call, please.
Jeff Peterson,
Yes.
Gordon Butler,
Yes.
John Stanton,
Yes.
Cheryl Slabazeski,
Abstain.
and Bill Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. So again, welcome for coming out. If I was a betting man, I'd say, well, we'll probably have two people, and I know who the two people are going to be, but it's very nice of you to come out to a Plan Commission meeting on this kind of weather. So we have one item on the agenda for tonight that actually involves two cases. And the published definition is we are going to hold a public hearing and consideration of petitions, plat of subdivision, case SU-26-1-1-1, and case V-26-1-1-1, a request of Extra Space Storage LLC seeking special use approvals from the City of Crest Hill subdivision zoning ordinance and city code to consolidate 4 lots into 1 lot and dedicate utility and drainage easements, an amended special use for an existing self-storage facility, self-service storage facility, and addition of a new self-service storage facility, and a variation from section 8.7-2 building facade of the Crest Hill zoning ordinance, and section 15.04.040 standards for structural appearance and site location plans, subsection I-1, building facades of Crest Hill Code of Ordinance that would decrease the masonry requirement for exterior facade of the new self-service storage facility to 0%, and for an existing and new self-service storage facilities located on the 7.5-acre B3 Business Service District Zone property located at 1812 North Larkin Avenue, Crest Hill, Illinois. Samantha, is all the paperwork in order?
Yes, all the necessary paperwork is in order.
All right, thank you. In that case, I would like to have a motion to open the public hearing for case SU-26-1-1-1 and V-26-1-1-1. Motion, please.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Peterson, second by Commissioner Slabazeski. Roll call, please.
Jeff Peterson,
Yes.
Cheryl Slabazeski,
Yes.
Gordon Butler,
Yes.
John Stanton,
Yes.
Bill Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, public hearing opened at 7:04 p.m. Again, the subject of our hearing this evening is to discuss the two cases that are involved in a request by Extra Space Storage LLC, seeking special use approvals and variances from the City of Crest Hill subdivision zoning ordinance and city code. So I would like to ask Atifa, our city planner, to present the specifics of the cases.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Extra Space Storage is an existing self-service storage facility located at 1812 North Larkin Avenue, which was established through a special use permit in 2002. Extra Space Storage is looking to purchase an additional 1.74 acre vacant property on the southwest of the existing property to expand the existing facility. The proposed project includes removal of 980 square foot of an existing storage building on southwest end of the existing property and construction of a one-story building, stormwater management, landscaping, and utilities to service the new building on the vacant property. The
Sam,
vacant
can you
property-
hear her? I can't hear her. Thank you. Sorry, Atifa.
The vacant property has no public roadway access or visibility and has remained vacant for many years. Adequate screening and landscaping are proposed along the perimeter of the subject property to buffer the new self-service storage facility from the adjacent properties. The proposal will consolidate all 4 lots into one lot, revise drainage and utility easements, remove the existing driveway and retaining walls on Lot 3, and use the entire Lot 3 as a stormwater detention, request a special use approval for the existing and the new self-service storage facilities, and request variation from the Crest Hill zoning ordinance and code of ordinances to waive the masonry requirement for exterior facades of the new facility. The exterior of the proposed building will be cladded with metal panels matching the existing storage buildings. Overall, the subject property represents a unique circumstance within the B3 zoning district due to unique circumstances related to the subject property and proposed use rather than to general conditions in the zoning district. The vacant property is landlocked and accessed only by private access easements. The location severely limits building configuration, construction logistics, and overall site efficiency. With no visibility, access, or public frontage, it is likely that this land remains undeveloped if this special use is not approved. Considering that the existing facility has metal exterior facades, staff do not oppose the variation request to waive the masonry requirement for the new building. Given the limited operational impacts, compliance with applicable development standards, and the nature of the use, the proposed special use is not expected to interfere with the reasonable use and enjoyment of the nearby properties or adversely affect the character or orderly appearance of the neighborhood. Staff recommends approval of the preliminary and final plat of subdivision, a special use for the existing and new self-service storage facilities, and variation requests to waive the masonry requirements for the new building, subject to the project being implemented in substantial conformance with the conditions for approval and application documents referenced in January 8, 2026, Plan Commission staff report for petitions, preliminary and final plat of subdivision, case number SU-26-1-1-1, and case number B-26-1-1-1. I would like to request the applicant to come to the podium and present their application.
Okay, I think there's a place for you to sign in and then state your name and then raise your right hand and I will swear you in.
If anyone else is going to speak, should they come at this time?
Well, when they come up, they can.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want us to swear them all in at once?
Yeah, I could. If you're going to speak, you can at least stand and raise your right hand and I will swear you in. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. Now, I am not going to make any jokes, but the last thing I did when I left home tonight was tell Alexa to close my door. Nobody's ever teased you about that, right?
Oh, I think I get a joke daily. COVID times were really hard working from home when everyone's systems would light up anytime my name was mentioned on a conference call.
Yeah, I can believe it.
It was
All
good.
right. I
But-
apologize for teasing you.
They're a Google household.
We are a
No, we-
fully Google household. I think Amazon owes me free Prime for life, but that's just my opinion. But no, thank you all so much for having us today. I'm Alexa Falba. I'm with Kimley Horn. We're the civil engineer for the project. Just want to thank both Daniel and Atifa so much for answering all of our questions and lots of phone calls, emails, and time spent meeting with us to get this project where it is today. They've done a phenomenal job helping us through this process, so thank you both very much. So yes, we are here today for the expansion project. Extra Space Storage, as Atifa mentioned, owns the larger parcel. They currently own and operate those self-storage drive-up buildings that are there today. And we are looking at expanding on the 3 lots on the screen here. Lot 3 is a detention pond parcel, and lot 4 and 5 are both empty lots that are, they're all landlocked. There's no access to them, and there's not high visibility from any streets. So we feel the expansion of this property, extending it to the back, makes most sense for this property. The existing property has street frontage access from Larkin Avenue and Knapp Road, and those will continue to be the only access points for the property. So as part of our site plan proposal, as part of the plat of subdivision and the conditional use request, we're proposing a 26,000 square foot, 1-story climate-controlled building for the self-storage. We are proposing to remove small portions of the existing building that's right in front of it on the screen in order to have adequate access drive aisles to get to the back of the property. As part of this, we will be putting in new utility taps for fire protection, for water line, storm sewer lines, and electric as needed. We've had a lot of work that's being done on the existing detention pond parcel. We've worked staff heavily with this over the last couple of weeks to kind of nail down the stormwater management plan. So we will be modifying the existing pond that's out there today. There are old retaining walls that are not in the best of shape. So we will be removing that and grading out a fresh new pond as part of this redevelopment. In addition to that, although there isn't high visibility, we are beefing up the landscape plan, including a variety of evergreen and ornamental trees and shrubs around the new building and around the property line limits to comply with the landscape code requirements. And with that, I will pass it over to our architect.
Hi, good evening. I'm Mike Ofterhide with the architecture firm SGW Architects. Excuse me. Okay, so I'd like to walk you through the architecture portion of the project. As Alexa mentioned, it's a climate-controlled self-storage building. There will be some exterior accessed units, which you can see on the right side of the plan. Those will face the interior of the site. As you see, there's 3 loading doors. Each of them will have canopies on them. But besides those, on the right margin, all of the building will be enclosed. The elevations. The top elevation shows you those exterior accessed storage lockers. The other 3 elevations, you can see the one below, the second from the top, is the one that would face probably the majority of the exterior exposure. The other 2 elevations are the sides. You can see they're sliding access doors for folks to bring their things into the building. They're just views. So the top left, you can see that's our loading area in the center there with the exterior lockers. The top right is one of our side loading doors, and the bottom left is the other. And the bottom right is a detailed view of the main loading area, and you can see there's a canopy there that protects the doors for folks to bring their things in.
were you going to say anything, Tim, or you wait for the questions if we have some?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the audience that would like to come to the podium? Please state your name. I think there's a place to sign in, and then I will swear you in.
My name is Constance Jarris. I live in the Little Falls subdivision, which is right across from where the property's going to be.
All right, would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay.
My concern was when the other gal was reading the description, it first sounded like she said there was no access to Knapp Road from that plot, or from that, storage thing. So if there is going to be an access, could they identify that for us?
Let me bring us back to the.
I believe it's there already, isn't it?
It's existing access.
Oh, it's the one that's already there? You're not putting a new one? Okay, that was my concern.
So,
You're
yeah,
good.
just to clarify, when I said no access, I meant the 3 smaller parcels. They don't have direct access to the street, but the existing self-storage facility has already 2 existing access, one from Larkin Avenue and one from Knapp Drive.
Okay.
Sorry about the
Well,
confusion.
it's pretty well hidden on Knapp, so that's the other reason I was wondering. I think that was it.
Okay, well, thank you for asking. Is there anyone else that would like to come to the podium? All right, how about commissioners? We have any questions for them?
No, I have a comment, though. I did stop over on Saturday and talk to Stephen, and then I snooped around by the bank and went in the back by the retention pond. And personally, I think it's an excellent idea. It'll clean that area up real nice for the bank and for all the other businesses around there, so good job.
Commissioner Stanton, any questions? No. Well, I have a few. First of all, a curiosity question. There are all kinds of self-storage units, it seems like, within the last year and some in the surrounding areas. You obviously must have some data that says that there is still a significant need for extra storage. Can you just make a few comments about the economic picture?
Absolutely, yeah, there is quite a bit of storage activity, and this particular facility is not unlike a lot of facilities we have that are almost completely occupied. And when I say that, we're about 95% occupied, and we've been at that stage for quite some time. And interestingly enough, it was the property owner that had this parcel available. They approached us, and they wanted to see if we were interested in expanding at the time, and because they were obviously having a difficult time with marketing that property and doing something with it, and wanted to do something with it. So that's when we took a bigger look at this particular property and noticed its strong occupancy trends, and that's what kind of led us to this point with you guys. But it does seem to be that real estate overall, that a lot of people are kind of jumping on this bandwagon. Extra Space has been around since 1977, so we're not, newbies to this industry, but there's a lot of other people that have kind of jumped on and gotten with doing this sort of thing that we've been doing for quite some time.
So if someone rents a space, then you give them some kind of a access code that allows them during your 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on their own, they can come in and get to their unit?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. When they come, they sign a rental agreement, which allows them that access during that time. And on our newer facilities, especially like, for instance, this building, we'll have access control that if they rent a unit inside that particular building, it'll grant them access into that building. But anybody else that doesn't have a unit within that building won't be granted access to that building to provide even a higher level of security for the newer building.
Now, what if I wanted to enter off of Knapp Road, can I use a code? Is there a gate that has a code that we could come in that way?
So right now, the Knapp Road entrance is more or less an emergency egress. And what the plan is, now that we're expanding more on the east side of the property, we're gonna make that an active entrance with a code that you can enter in with an automatic gate that'll lift up and grant you access. And then when you exit, it's called free exit. There's going to be a loop detector in the ground that'll detect a vehicle, and the gate will just open automatically without having to re-enter your code.
Okay. I was also kind of interested in knowing that, and I've talked to the city staff about this, Larkin is not a city road, so we don't control some of the rules, but I'm kind of curious, does anybody complain that the only way they can enter in is from the south, and if they want to go back south, they can't do that? They can only exit north?
That hasn't come up. You know, I've spent some time with the store manager and the DM, and that's not an issue that is brought up by our tenants
Yeah,
at this point.
because, the tenants to the south of you, when you exit there, even a car wash, you can go either way. I'm just surprised that, is there a reason why they would do that for a self-storage unit, right, and not the other businesses that are there?
I think it's more of an engineering side of thing, and that's a county road, and that access does control the shopping center traffic as well. So I think that might be part of why they limited that. Plus, it's a little newer than some of the other ones might have had existing full
So like
access
the car
points.
washes.
So when this
next
one
door.
went in, the county's usually
Yeah.
pretty restrictive with giving full access points. They want those pretty limited,
Yeah.
especially on Larkin and Weber. They're fairly restrictive with those. But
Well, that's
it's
pretty good
probably
if nobody's
time.
complained, so I guess it's a non-issue. But now if Knapp was able to be used to get to the back units
Yeah.
eventually, I think that will help a little too.
It's definitely gonna help with fire access back there, and the fire department was very pleased with what our plan's going to be for that new building.
Let's see. Yeah, I think you, between you and Alexa, you've answered everything else, so, yeah, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's see, okay, so looking over my notes, maybe I think I missed this, so, any recommendation that we would end up giving is going to be contingent on the 8 conditions, which I think our city staff has discussed those, and you're in complete agreement with those 8 conditions?
Yes.
So, okay, thank you. Okay, city staff, any more comments you want to make on this before we close the hearing?
I'll just think, I think some of this got kicked off by Ron Menster, who I think contacted, the owner was maybe talking with him, and they were trying to figure out what to do with this parcel, and I think he's like, well, maybe call one of the existing businesses, because it's just kind of a dead space piece of land that's really tough to develop, so we're glad to see a good use, no offense, nobody gets super excited about self-storage, but it's kind of the highest and best use here, and it is a good location for it, so.
Yeah, thank you for
And
that.
just thank Ron for kind of helping move this project along, so.
Okay. Well, okay, if there are no further questions or comments, I would like to ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Peterson, second by Commissioner Butler. Roll call, please.
Jeff Peterson,
Yes.
Gordon Butler,
Yes.
John Stanton,
Yes.
Cheryl Slabazeski,
Yes.
and Bill Thomas.
Yes, public
Motion
hearing
carried.
closed at 7:24. Okay, commissioners, have we got any concerns that we want to address before I propose a motion? So can I have a motion to approve the request of Extra Space Storage LLC for the special approvals they are seeking from the City of Crest Hill subdivision zoning ordinance and city code as stated in the January 8th, 2026 City of Crest Hill staff report?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Peterson, second by Commissioner Slabazeski. Roll call, please.
Jeff Peterson,
Yes.
Cheryl Slabazeski,
Yes.
Gordon Butler,
Yes.
John Stanton,
Yes.
and Bill Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Before I give you the motion, and I think maybe Tim or Steve said it, but I'd just like to personally, on behalf of the city of Crest Hill, thank Extra Space Storage for being a Crest Hill business for almost 24 years. That's incredible. And really for having the confidence in the city of Crest Hill and surrounding areas that there's still some economic opportunities to be taken. Again, we really appreciate that. And as our director said, if somebody would have said, is there any land back there? I said, I have no idea. I can't see back there. How would I know? And to think that we could take land that's not really totally unusable, but is kind of like, who in the world would want to build something back there? It's so hard to get to. We want to thank you for investing that and thinking about that, and I think it's going to turn out to be very beneficial for Extra Space and, of course, for the city of Crest Hill as well. So you have to understand that before the Plan Commission is allowed to make a positive recommendation on a subject that comes before us, Section 12.6-2 of the City of Crest Hill zoning ordinance states that a list of standards must be complied with. The January 8th staff report that's been alluded to, that was sent to us on the Plan Commission, indicated that all of the required standards have been met. And as a result of that and tonight's public hearing, the Plan Commission unanimously recommends City Council conditional approval of the preliminary and final plat of subdivision to consolidate 4 lots into 1 lot and dedicate utility and drainage easements, a special use for an existing self-service storage facility and addition of a new self-service storage facility, a variation from Section 8.7-2, building facade of the Crest Hill zoning ordinance, and Section 15.04.040, standards for structural appearance and site location plans, subdivision I-1, building facades of the Crest Hill Code of Ordinance, that decreases the masonry requirement for the exterior facade of the new self-service storage facility to 0%, subject to the project being implemented in substantial conformance with the 8 conditions for approval and application documents referenced in the January 8th, 2026 Plan Commission staff report for petitions, preliminary, and final plat of subdivision for case SU-26-1-1-1 and case V-26-1-1-1. Now, why didn't I put that? We need to have a roll call, don't we? Roll call, please.
We did a roll call for the motion.
Well, we did that already, so I'm just stating the motion. All right. Alexa just kind of got to me there. So our recommendation will be forwarded to the city council, keeping in mind that the Plan Commission is a recommending body only, and I believe that the city council workshop will hear this on
January 26th.
January 26th, followed by the actual city council meeting on February
2nd.
February 2nd, unless the groundhog sees his shadow. No, I don't. It's been a long night. Okay. Congratulations, Extra Space. Thank you for wonderful presentation. Again, thank you for being a business in the city of Crest Hill. We do not take that lightly, and we wish you nothing but success going forward. And thank you again. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Is there any other business we need to bring up? Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that wants to make a public comment about anything other than this case? That being the case, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that one too.
I'll second it.
Motion by Commissioner Peterson, second by Commissioner Slabazeski. Roll call, please.
Jeff Peterson,
Yes.
Cheryl Slabazeski,
Yes.
Gordon Butler,
Yes.
John Stanton,
Yes.
Bill Thomas.
Yes, and
Motion
meeting adjourned at 7:31. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Be safe going home.